Recorded live from the Ashley Woods Fantasy Football Ultimate League studio located in Ashley Woods in Cary, North Carolina, is this week's edition of AWFFUL, the 10th season. And now, here is your host, the commissioner of the Ashley Woods Fantasy Football Ultimate League and owner of Barney's Boys, Brent Kepler. Hey there, fantasy sports fans. Welcome to another edition of Ashley Woods Fantasy Football Ultimate League, AWFFUL, our 10th season. We're in week 12. Last week was one heck of a week for your commish. Guess what? I love saying that, pounded Decker's Dream last week, 132 to 82. I predicted 132-103, and I'm happy to say 50 points is a nice margin of victory for your commish. Let's give me a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Big round of applause. Thank you. All right. Everyone calm down. All right. So, McHale's Navy, congratulations. Top scorer of the week last week. 152 points. Taking down Stosh's Stampede. The Bears loving Stosh. Going down 152-127. Nicely done, Dave Lemkuhl. Mean Machine, your problems continue. We really went on a limb on that one, didn't we? Los Polios Hermanos taking down the Mean Machine 113-93. Hagen's Heroes, congratulations, beating the Mouthpieces. Well done. Hagen's Heroes 128-118. And Team Solus taking it to the Camelot Kid. Camelot Kid was looking strong at 8-2 last week. Now he is 8-3. 127-86 went down to Team Solus. And guess what? Los Polios Hermanos, the Chicken Brothers, moved into first place with only 2 weeks left in the regular season. They're 9-2 with the Camelot Kid and Hagen's Heroes, one game behind at 8-3. Let's see how that pans out. Guess what? Last week didn't have the email bag opened up, but this week I do. I received one email this week. This email comes from a young man, I think it's a young man, Colin L. From Cary, North Carolina. Colin L. writes, "Dear Mr. Commish, I wanted to know if you could offer any advice on my decision to wrestle. This is my first year in wrestling, and my mom thinks I wear tights, and my dad thinks a takedown is the first part of a directive given to him by my mom. Also, some of my friends think wrestling is gay, and my dad doesn't understand the scoring. Any suggestions?" Well, Colin, let me tell you, okay? Set your mom straight if you haven't already. The uniform is called a singlet, not tights. She'll come around on that one. Congratulations. Wrestling is one of the greatest sports that there is. It'll keep you in fantastic shape for football. And I find that everyone else who doesn't wrestle, they play basketball. So it's not gay. It's the other guys can't hang. And you know as well as I know, going 6 minutes on a mat is extremely tough. So guess what? Congratulations to you on choosing to wrestle. Help your dad out. Go and tell your coach, "Coach, teach me a spladle." And then come home and say, "Hey, Dad, I've got a move to show you." Put him in the spladle, put him on his back, and then tell him, "I get 2 points for a takedown, that's control. I get 3 points for the near fall, and I'm going to pin your butt, and that's 6 points for the team." So he'll learn quickly. I'll help you if you need to. Thank you for writing in, Colin. Hey, let's get into this week's coming up games and see what we've got in store. All right, and we're back. Let's look at this coming week's games. Got 5 great matchups coming up. Got a repeat of some games from previous weeks. We're going to be looking at some good solid matchups here. Barney's Boys, Team Solus. Barney's Boys, 1-game winning streak. Team Solus also looking pretty hot, but I like the way Barney's Boys is going to line up, even with Russell Wilson on the bench, having the bye week in Seattle. But even with Russell Wilson on the bench, I think Alex Smith is going to be able to come in, pick up some slack here. Look for Barney's Boys to win this one, 125-113. Stosh's Stampede against Decker's Dream. Decker's Dream. Decker told me this last Monday night that his team name has changed to My Team Sucks. So let's just go with that one. Stosh's Stampede versus My Team Sucks, owned by Chris Decker. The Bears loving Stosh, both at 4-7, and I like Stosh's Stampede to bounce back. Decker's done. His goose is cooked. Look for Stosh to win this one, 137-93. Mouthpieces versus the Camelot Kid, the trophy-hoarding Camelot Kid who held on to the trophy so long that last year's champion, Tom Buckley, had to wait almost 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, whatever it was, for his trophy. Is going to be looking for some payback. So look at Mouthpieces to take down Camelot Kid. express some revenge on the Camelot Kid for hoarding his trophy. I like the mouthpieces this week, 115 to 104. Los Pollos Hermanos and Hagen's Heroes, 9-2. Los Pollos Hermanos versus 8-3 Hagen's Heroes. You know what? Los Pollos Hermanos has got his hands full this week. I like Hagen's Heroes to come up and tie this one and get back into the running, so it's going to come down to the final game of the week in 2 weeks to determine the championship. Look at Hagen's Heroes to win this one, 134 to 130. The Mean Machine and McHale's Navy. Eventually, you would think the Mean Machine has to win one and get on the winning track a little bit. I don't see it happening this week. McHale's Navy, he's built himself a pretty good team. Mean Machine, I think he's thrown in the towel. I don't think he really cares. So look at McHale's Navy to take Mean Machine 142 to 78. And that is going to do it for this week's edition of Ashley Wood's Fantasy Football Ultimate League. You have an awful week. Hey there, fantasy sports fans. Welcome to another edition of Ashley Wood's Fantasy Football. All right. Hey there, fantasy sports fans. Welcome to another edition of Ashley Wood's Fantasy Football Ultimate League. Awful, our 10th season. Here we are in week 12, and got some cool stuff coming up. I wanted to go over a couple things, and I don't know what the frick I'm going to say. All right. Hey there, fantasy football fans. Hey there, fantasy fans. Fantasy sports fans. Hey there, fantasy sports fans. No. Just pfft. All right. Hey there, fantasy sports fans. Welcome to another edition of Ashley Wood's Fantasy Football Ultimate League. Awful, our 10th season. We're in week 12, and guess what? I had some great predictions last week, and the one that I want to go over is the one that I had. Okay, we're not. That sucks. That sucks ass.